Stream buttons going. All right.
Okay.
So last we left off, you guys had successfully gone into Holstein's holdings, and you guys had everything was going off pretty easily. You guys infiltrated just fine. Is music playing properly for you guys right now?
Yeah.
No.
Music?
Nothing for me.
Oh,
No.
maybe I turned it all off because it was.
Oh.
No.
I can hear
No
something.
music.
So it works for some people, works for others, doesn't work for others. Perfect. Exactly how I wanted it to be. So,
That means it's probably not your problem. It's probably...
Bugbears can't conceive of music sources.
it's alright. So the you guys went through. You guys did some stuff. You guys found where the Warforged's items were that you guys are going to steal. When you guys started to unload the items of the Warforged's contents of the vault, Jester found a small little cylinder hidden within the container, like in its own little hidden compartment. Feeling a bit risky, Jester pressed the button at the end of the cylinder, and all hell broke loose. You guys suddenly found yourselves surrounded by the death fog of the morning, and the suit members all around you seem to erupt into living spells. You guys fought as hard as you could, trying to escape as well in places wherever you could find. But ultimately, you guys all found your demise in one way or another. Some a more easy, quick death, others a bit more messy and kind of splattered across the floor death. When you guys woke, you guys found yourselves within and standing upon a place that appeared to be a silken sea. And 4 characters. The screen is supposed to automatically do so, but it didn't.
Yeah, I feel like I never got a proper chance to vent my frustration of the fateful button.
Alright, so my thing, did your guys' stuff load up? Because mine did not.
Yeah, I got equipment,
yeah.
spell feeds, and I'm
I'm
in
at the application is
Purple eye?
Like
fighting.
the eye.
Never meant to do you harm.
I'm glad it's working well for you guys. My end is still fighting me. All right, so you guys woke up on this this like silken type, very like silken and gossamer type fabric beneath you guys that is slowly ebbing and shifting. On the horizons, you do see stars in the sky. The stars and moons and everything is familiar to you. On the vast far horizons of this strange plane you guys found yourselves at, you saw shapes of immensely tall creatures that were just slowly moving across in the distance. Soon after,
You the
you
cat.
guys, yeah, just there's the
Immensely
example of-
black dark figures.
You guys, as you guys were kind of sitting there, kind of taking in your surroundings, you didn't feel, but you saw the entire floor from horizon to horizon shift and spin and twirl as if something is almost like something like a like something moving around within an egg, just beneath you. Oddly enough, you didn't feel any shifting at all, but it was all visual. And when everything kind of subsided, a massive purple glowing eye erupted from beneath you, and spoke, and claimed, proudly claimed. We'll see if this works. Well, doesn't sound too strange. I see. I have visitors. Does that sound weird?
Yeah, keep
Sounds-
going.
Distraction.
Okay.
I think it sounds as weird as you meant.
Good.
I think this is the closest we'll get to Finn Matt than I'll ever get. So yeah, this is my fantasy. Keep going.
Hi. Yeah. So.
Nope. Never mind.
I can go higher.
He's become self-aware.
Now, so, what in the eye?
The eye seems to kind of close in. Like on the distance, you see like the eye, like the light kind of tighten up as if it's squinting, looking at you.
What brings you to my realm?
I just died by a giant fist.
The unfortunate death.
Death, I see. What brings the others?
If I am to be
Where-
completely honest, I'm not totally sure.
Where is everybody? Where are the ancestors? We can't be dead. We can't be dead. We're not dead. The robot's here. We're not dead. He doesn't have a like.
Hey,
Hey, he does have a soul.
Does
our
he?
friend.
He's your friend, but wait, where? This isn't right. None of this is right.
As you guys look around at your limbs and such, like you still feel as like you are yourself, but looking down, like actually looking at your body, it's you don't see any like real features. It's just like a white kind of shimmering, like ethereal essence of yourself. And where you would have arms, like you can kind of lift your arms up a bit, but at the ends they kind of like taper out and then they attach to the silken sea below. Legs as well. You look down and you're kind of like this strange, almost like a pursed seam on a fabric. Looking around, you can kind of see like from chest up, everyone kind of looks roughly what they did, before entering this area. But as you are here, it seems as though like you are kind of like bound by the fabric beneath you. As one of you guys kind of pull and tug like with your hand or arm, like the rest of you kind of see and feel that same tug and pull on the same arm and hand.
where are we?
You're
I stayed
asking,
the eye.
okay.
Where are you indeed? This is. Well, I don't know. I can say that you stand upon the threads of time, threads of fate. Do you know of the draconic prophecies?
Not
Anyone
that
who
I-
wants to, you guys can roll. Most of you would probably know what those are, to be honest with you. They are, a lot of them are like old wives' tales and such. So draconic prophecies in Eberron are like, if this and this happens, then this will occur. It's kind of like, it's very much like a butterfly effect type thing. It's like one prophecy could be, go ahead.
Is that Arcana or history?
It'd be history for this.
Can we all roll for that?
Yeah, I can. Are you guys? If you guys want to roll
Nope.
on that,
Yeah.
Thank
and a natural 20 on
goodness.
Sunset. Sunset, you've been
Of
curious
course I
about
roll.
these things.
I don't forget things,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, you just transcribes it. Someone else told them about them.
My
So,
driver's up 22% full. So.
Yeah. So, the draconic prophecies are things that are sometimes found. Like people like read hardcore into topology of all of Eberron. They look for like strange things that show up just like within fabric itself.
Tell me there's some
that kind of-
numerology
There's
involved.
like yes, it's there's a whole bunch of. That's why it's mostly thought of as a superstition, because people will find sometimes these phrases that just come out of like pure happenstance, out of pure chaos. That just happen to be like a bunch of monkeys writing a typewriter eventually write Shakespeare, that kind of thing. But a lot of them will say things like, if the dragon is felled and the sun rises on the third day, then the king will die. And so like and you have to kind of surmise, okay, what does all this mean? And if those two things occur, let's say the dragon happened to be a right hand man of a who had the nickname of the dragon, and the son of the let's say the king was sick for 3 days, and 3 days after or was sick, and 3 days after the dragon, the man with the nickname of the dragon died. The son got better and rose up. The king would then die within like 24 hours. So like
It's
it's
like
like
old school astronomy, like astrology and stuff.
yeah. So like people try to find these things and try to find meaning into them. And that's what she's asking. So you guys would know roughly what that means. David, with your history roll of 20, you would know of a dragon prophecy, draconic prophecy, that spoke of essentially a deck of cards that attempts to take over the world, essentially, and is trying to complete certain tasks in a certain order to accomplish said goal. So that's kind of what you would get from there. So
This fabric, this weave that you stand upon, it is what creates those prophecies. Every tug, every pull will etch itself upon the world below. You asked, where are you? I asked how you arrived. And yet, death does not seem like a likely answer. Perhaps you don't know how or why you are here. Do you have any other questions? I might have answers.
Do you have a name?
I have many names.
A name that we can call you to thank you for your information that you have given us?
The Bound One, Mother of Hell and Abyss, Betrayer. All such nasty names. Though the name most know me by is Kyber. Do you know what's become of you? Do you know your true past?
I mean, I like to think I do.
Tell me. You said you died to get here. That much is true. How? The eye squints a little tighter.
Oh, well, we were kind of robbing a place, and then someone pressed a button, and then there was fog everywhere, and then there was lots of living spells, and then I got crushed by a hand.
Someone released the mist, and our companions turned into, like you said, living spells and proceeded to result in our demise.
As you guys say these things, you hear a soft ebbing laugh that starts kind of like quiet by the time Cheekin like finished his story, and by the time you finished your story, Tyra, the laugh has become very apparent. No, no, that is not how you perished. Would you like to see the truth of how you died? Come, follow. You see the eye shift a little bit more to the side. Do you guys follow?
Oh, yeah.
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 I don't know if we have a choice. Can we even move? Do we even...
Yeah, as
We're
you
not
kind
even
of
on
like,
arms or legs.
as you guys kind of like look and like move that way, you do kind of like, you feel as if like you're moving. You kind of feel like, what's the word for it? Like you're just at the like very surface of water. It's like you kind of like feel stuff go washing over you and beneath you at the same time, like you're piercing through as you're moving through, going over to where she is, or where the eye is kind of directing you to. And when you get to this point, kind of in the center of the light again, you see four. You see four like silken strands kind of popped up, with their ends like burned at the tips. And you hear the voice call it again. Go ahead, reach out, touch, see for yourselves. This is your past, immutable and unchanging.
You want
guys reach
us
out
to
and
touch
touch?
it?
Yeah,
I grab
she's asking.
I grab a
I think
strand.
it's
Yeah.
5. No, that's 4. That's 4. I was like, wait, hold on. I'm in the screens. All right,
I
so,
touch
Yeah.
it.
Sunset would reach out.
so as you guys, those of you who touch it, as you reach out, you find yourselves kind of flashback into Holstein's holdings there. You see all the others. You're kind of like in this strange, like almost third-person view perspective. You're not as yourself, kind of like viewing it from like a screen almost. Excuse me. I guess I still have the voice change on.
Sorry. So as you guys look and you see and you view this,
We
everything
thought that
happens
was
as you
a
guys are.
face girl.
No. As you guys
Sounds
look
great.
through and see this and are watching this, everything happens as you expected, up until the point that Jester hits the button. The moment Jester hits the button, he just kind of shifts. No one explodes. No fog appears. Nothing happens. He just kind of moves over to the side. As the rest of you guys start panicking, looking around, you hear King kind of laugh off to the side. You are a diabolical one. You know that, Jester. Yeah, I know. This is my favorite part. They go. Jester kind of moves around, and he just kind of like sits off to the side and waits. Sunset, you run up to the to try to help Garth get rid of this invisible thing. You guys are both like slashing in the air at nothing, both screaming. Garth actually does start to take some fire damage as Jester casts a flame on to Garth. And you guys kind of go through. You guys go through the motions of trying to run from these spells, but the whole time it was just the suits. The suits went through and systematically went through and killed every single one of you. Queen of Diamonds came out where you guys thought King was. Queen of Diamonds came through, and she's the one that befell both Tyra and Sunset. Cheeked, you and Garth got almost up, about halfway up to the exit area of that elevator shaft when the door does bust open, and Ace is sitting there wielding a massive red crystalline hammer. And he just kind of jumps up and brings the hammer down and just like does a full-blown drop with the hammer as he hits both of you guys with it going down and splatting you guys at the bottom of the elevator. And for a while, everything's still. They then get up, laugh, have a good old time. They grab both bags of holding. They crawl up, and you hear Jester call out, "Queen, did you get the real item we were here for?" "Yes, I did. It was on the third basement floor." "Anyways, leave one of those bags if you should. It'd make more sense that they fought themselves here and died in the fight." Jester, "Yeah, you're right." He drops one of the bags of holding. It's you guys are looking. It is the bag of holding, Garth, that you had grabbed with all the gold in it. It appears as though they were not here for the money. All right. Well, let's hit the alarm. Let's get out of here, shall we? Jester walks over to the side of the building, of the wall there. Puts his hand against the side, and you see him cast a spell. Back up. Jack moves up, he pulls out his own bag of holding, starts putting these massive bags of explosives on the side of this building. Jester like holds his hands up for a little bit, wait, while Jack is kind of like has his hands extended, and in a choreographed manner, Jester activates the spell that he placed on the wall, which you kind of see like this shimmer for a little bit, and then like a strange like breaking, like glass breaking, but there's no glass. Looks as though as if a protective type spell on a wall got destroyed, and then the explosives go off, just blowing a massive hole into the side of Holstein's holdings, exposing the outside to the common, like to the divide between the buildings. They then just one by one grab what they wanted. Who'd we lose?
Mason.
Mason. How dare he? One by one, they grab the rest of their belongings and they jump out the hole and they disappear. As the scene fades, you guys kind of like pull back out, and Kyber speaks up again.
So, now that you've seen the truth, what do you do?
How do we know what's real?
That's a good question. How do you know it wasn't?
At this point, I don't know if what you're showing me is just another illusion, or what they did was an illusion.
May I ask another question?
Go right ahead.
To my senses, the fog that apparently these suits used in order to dispatch us was remarkably similar, if not the same, as the morning fog. Is this true?
The fog was never there. It was all just an
Why
illusion.
did they do that if they just wanted to kill us? Why didn't they just kill us? Why did they have to deceive us?
Have you heard of the spell Speak with Dead? If you guys are convinced of what happened, think of the fear as they revive your souls, as your skulls. Remember, Speak with Dead is not with a soul, it's simply the memories that the brain has within. They're not speaking with the previous occupant, just the memories of the previous occupant.
I must confess that speaking with you now, I believe you said as you prefer it to be named Kyber, is against all probability within my calculations, even though I am aware of the draconic prophecy. However, as you are here, I must take the opportunity to ask, do you know what happened in the morning?
No, I'm sorry. There is nothing that points to the direction or the events that happened there.
So if there is a specific draconic prophecy involving us, or at least them, Cyber, do you know it? Because I don't. Or Sunset, do you know what it actually says?
Yes, I can share the prophecy. Effectively, I think you said I know, right, with my 20? Matt?
Yeah, it's essentially after the suits gather a number of items, they contain the capacity to control the world.
Do we know what those items are?
No,
Darn.
Was the phrase the word?
even with the 20, you're going in and out. What was that, Mason?
Was the phrase the word or the world used specifically, like control the world?
It would be it would actually be Eberron. Control Eberron would be the word there. I'll write up the full I guess the partial full prophecy. You don't know all of the bits and pieces, even with the 20. It's likely that maybe only the suits or very few people would actually know the full prophecy on that.
So, what reason are we in your focus completely right now? We're dead.
Well,
They did it. Why do you show us this? Do you torture us? Do you wish to see us broken? What's the point of this? What's done is done.
you see
Why
the
do you-
things out on the horizon. And you have
These threads are burned.
You have seen the things that she's mentioning. There, these beings
Do we-
on the horizons of the surface.
Do we recognize what any of them might be?
You'd have to do a religion or arcana check.
Well, here I
Okay.
go.
Yep.
I'll do a religion.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do Arcana.
I'm also gonna do
Not too bad.
Arcana.
None of them are immediately recognizable to you guys. Probably like there is one that is somewhat familiar to you. Give me just a sec.
I think it's silly that religion is intelligence. It should be wisdom.
I concur. All right. I think I could do it from here. Just a sec.
Unless the religion's occult, then maybe intelligence will be a great benefit.
Yeah.
I assumed that
Connect.
until I just looked. I was like, what?
We didn't hear a
You're
word you
breaking
said.
up.
We
Yeah,
got.
you're breaking up real bad.
we hear.
got-
I assumed.
Until I just looked.
I think I just do it like that. Maybe. No, it's gonna fight me. All right. Well, you guys have to Google it on your own because for some reason Foundry's not connecting. My drag and drop of Foundry's not connecting properly here.
Oh yeah, I just got kicked out for being inactive. Weird.
Awesome.
Even though I just made a check.
It's probably because of this motion background I have. I think this doesn't like motion backgrounds at all.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move
sorry.
everybody over. Okay. Connect. Anyways. Try one more time.
I'm getting.
It's a night walker is what you guys is the only one you guys can recognize out on the horizon. Which is it's a huge undead creature. That just being in its aura, you guys take damage if you're close enough to it.
Oh boy.
It's a very very spooky creature. Like
And
just like, and it's the only reason why you see it is because of how tall it is and how even though it's super far away. So
Jeez. Some like World of Worlds type stuff, just like on the horizon. These giant things.
So Kyber mentions those out in the distance, and so she replies,
You being between both there and here is a threat to me. The sooner I can get you out and away, the safer I will be.
What would you do with us?
Simply get you back to where you came from. At least someplace similar.
you see several different, like where the ends of those four burned lines are. You actually see, strange enough, other threads that would have been connected to it, and kind of they're not like actively like more charred, but they were like kind of burned. But these threads, instead of just being a solid cord like the ones going up, just spiderweb out, forward into a future, or
So-
forward, across the sea there.
So we
You
weren't meant to die, and now it has messed up all the threads for everything else.
perhaps, maybe you were supposed to die, but it appears as though you still have a future. One that I can throw you back in. One that will be closest. However, someone has to pay the price of your rejoining. It'll be a freebie this time. Next time, if there is a next time, it'll have to be something more costly. So, are you ready to join?
There it is.
There's the Aryan.
There's the There's the.
I gotta use my phone instead of my computer. So you're saying you're gonna bring us back to life, then? Is what you're saying?
In a sense, yes. May not be exactly how you arrived here, but you will be alive.
May I ask what it means to you? Should this prophecy, should this deck of cards that has dispatched us once take over Eberron, what would it mean to you?
Nothing. I exist outside of time. Anything that happens within Eberron does not happen to me. Eberron is around me. Eberron encases me. If Eberron is to cease, I am exposed to these things that are beyond the stars. As it is now, I am safe.
When she says Eberron, you get the sense she's speaking of the dragon Eberron, not the world.
Oh, so it could be the dragon under their control.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to know if it said the world or something
It is.
else.
I did explicitly say Eberron.
Fantastic.
Nice. Okay.
Somehow worse.
Are
but-
we going to get any unexpected surprises, such as acute memory loss or forgetting this conversation?
No,
Okay.
but the more that time is played with, the higher chance time will fight back. Time assumes you are dead. Any scrying spells on your previous bodies will simply find your previous bodies. But you are an anomaly. You should not be there. While you may not be hunted by those who killed you originally, the more your presence is known, time will seek to fix itself. Time will seek to erase you. Until all threads of whatever brought you here are tampered, deadened, or cease to exist, you are an enemy of time itself.
So to solve our
What-
problem, we have to kill the entire deck.
That would be probable.
I'm okay with that.
I don't know the full answer.
Is there anything you require as a parting gift for your assistance in this matter?
Peace of mind and back to my quiet slumber is all I request.
We shall do our utmost to do that for you.
And the creatures on the horizon, such as the Nightwalker, you implied that they are awaiting purpose. Is this not so?
They seek life, anything. However, they too are like myself, and outside of time. There are more out there, and the eye kind of like opens up a bit wider.
The eye opens up a bit wider and kind of becomes a little less focused on you guys and looks to be looking more towards the stars and skies beyond.
There are others that would seek to find life here. The more that you exist on the edges or on the outside, the higher chance they have of finding.
I forgot to take my antibiotic.
We hear you.
Now you're muted. She
Well, let's
seems
be
very
done with
strongly
it.
Implying, yeah, she seems to be implying that there's something out here that the longer you guys are out here and have like your positive life energy out here, the higher chance things are going to be coming towards you guys and greater things towards the place in general.
Let's be done with it. Leave this place of non-death.
All right.
Keep me from my ancestors.
If
It
you
would-
so seek. Yes. Sunset.
It would seem that the suits, indeed the deck of cards, may have unknowingly given us our final mission. That is, of course,
Perhaps,
to kill them all.
perhaps there's another prophecy that lists as such. Or perhaps they read their own wrong. Or incorrectly would be the more grammatical way to put it, I guess. That's me speaking as Kyber is me. Kyber. So, simply reconnect your futures with your past. And you should disappear back into where it was.
So she just says, if you just take your burnt ends and refuse them back with the future's tangle.
So, is it like clear where we reconnect it, or is there
Yeah.
option?
It seems like that, like where the cord is, like you could probably fray it and try to push yourselves further into the future if you wanted to. As it is right now, it looks like there is still a small chunk of the present, past, future that is not there. You're not exactly sure how much time has passed, or how much time I should say is lost from the burning. Also, as you guys look around, Garth, you have a passive perception higher than 15, correct?
Yeah.
You find and you kind of see other like similar strong cords that are just tied off in a clean knot. Like as we're moving over here, as you're looking around, your guys' cords are the only ones that are burned. You would think with as many lives that are constantly around, there would be more like burned lives, but your guys' are the only ones that show this burning. Like these out of all the threads.
And the rest are all knotted off.
Or all knotted off in a clean like a sewing knot where it's like this is the end of that strand.
Interesting.
Kyber's still here?
Kyber's not ever leaving.
Incommunicado.
She's waiting for us to leave. She's like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I fucking live here. Get out of my eye.
Get off of my home.
Yeah,
Get off the shed.
I say we don't dilly-dally and cause those night walkers to start coming this way and piss off Mama Dragon. So I'm gonna just go and attach my line and do what needs to be done.
Okay.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
You guys see Tyra's essence move over towards her strand. She puts the two ends together and it takes a little bit, but then she just like not necessarily explodes, but just kind of like turns into like a stream, and then the stream goes back into the threads, and you see the threads just light up. Like all the future threads just light up, and it just like scatters. And you actually see whenever after Tyra hits that, like all these threads that kind of light up, like almost like a beam of light shooting through them, like fiber optics. Some of them like scatter across the surface. Some of them go super deep down towards Eberron. It's like there are thousands of possibilities that she just attached herself back to. AKA, there's a lot of dice rolls.
Terrifying.
1,000. Click.
So yeah, you see that, and you see her take her place back into the time stream, back into the weave. Do the rest of you guys follow suit? Yeah, it's dragon cooled.
Dragon cooled. I do the same thing.
Working overtime.
All right, you guys see Chica do the same. His essence kind of moves over, attaches the two. They go in, and all the fates kind of like scatter and go through. It's just Garth and Sunset on the surface still.
Did she fully explain the cost? She said it would be minimal this time.
She just said there would be no cost this time. She didn't fully
No
explain,
cost.
but
Okay.
essentially no cost. She'll do it like for free this time, but it's not exactly a cost that she implies. She said it was a cost not that she implied that she, like to her, but there is a cost that must be spent if this happens again.
Okay.
Wasn't explicitly saying that you have to pay her something, but that something has to be paid.
Does she accept PayPal?
No, she only does Venmo.
After you.
My great uncle is actually the processing unit for Venmo in this world, so
Huh.
I got some hookups there. Yeah, so Sunset would tell Kyber, it is of most fascination that you indeed exist. It would seem that I should hope not to see you again. Not that it is personal. Goodbye.
you see like the eye kind of like squint in one direction. Like you don't know if it's a smile. You know, like it squints just on one end. Like the light kind of closes. There's either a smile or some kind of like facial movement occurred as you said that.
I mean, I'd attach my burnt ends. Makes me
As you
want-
touch him, you just sit there. I'm just kidding. You go
Sunset.
through-
It's gotta be TCP/I 5 wire. Oh,
And David, you get to roll a new character.
You got an old modem connection.
Cat
Turns
6,
out
man.
Warforged
Cat
died
6 is the way of the
permanently.
future, and you only got a Cat 4.
And then you hear that laughing again.
Yeah, you hear her laughing like this.
That would be funny.
So what does it look like after 3 people have reinserted themselves back into the time?
So looking at the threads, you actually see like the burn marks still kind of there on the other 3, but they kind of slowly start to heal with just a clear seam of like char. You know, like the past like was still kind of like burned towards the past a bit, but all that seems to have self-healed. However, the single char where the event happened, plus it looks like where some time likely has passed. Just with your passive perception of being 15 or higher, you can see like Tyra's is the shortest burn out of everybody's, but it's very, very minuscule in size between the things. So time is still technically passing for you guys here. It seems like.
Shit. Real quick, Dragon.
Yes, Garth.
Seems that someone intervened here. Not every murder seems to affect time at all. It happens every day. What happened different with the 4 of us?
I don't know. I haven't had time to really look back. You simply arrived, and I had to find you for a while. Search you down. And now here you are. I don't know your past, haven't had time to look. Perhaps, with you ever come back, I can have some more answers. But trust
Good
me,
enough.
you don't want to come back.
Agreed. And then, yeah, he just reconnects. And
Okay.
it's gone.
All right. So, you guys, well, starting with Tyra. Give me just a sec. You could do it. They did it.
Congratulations.
Oh, not liking this. There we go. Oh, no, that's not. Yeah, the activate the scene. Should pull you guys, hopefully. I need to refresh this again. Nope, it didn't. Dang it. If you guys want to move over towards the Vault B2.
Oh, shit.
I've been here before.
I will clean these up.
Oh wow, it's refreshing a lot.
Yeah, because
Is
I'm
it-
deleting stuff.
Well, stop deleting it.
If
Here,
it
I'll
puts
be-
us back into that freaking.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Wow, Khalil. Quick, everyone take screenshots of Khalil's room.
I just
Hurry.
want to take shots
Brandy.
of like Spud's cat and his
Screen
dog.
cuts.
Just
He's a ham.
I would visit just for your cat.
Yeah, he's unfortunately like PTSD with new people.
Oh, poor
So-
baby.
Actually, this is what happened when the bug guy came and I tried to grab him,
Oh,
put him in a crate so he doesn't get hurt by the spray. He was
Listen,
like,
that bug
no.
guy is super spooky.
our bug
He
guy's
is.
actually real cute, but he's married because he's Mormon.
How dare he?
I know.
Typical Mormon.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
hopefully
Spud's cat actually does look like the bug guy, though. Matt, I don't know if you've ever seen our bug guy, but Spud actually does kind of look like him.
I have not seen our bug guy. I don't go outside my house.
I'm here to spray. Is that how he arrives? Hello, I'm here to spray.
Those are exact words,
Hey.
actually.
Where's the perimeter?
Yeah, it's still not pulling up the But yeah, the vault thing is still being kind of weird.
Yeah.
You are using a scene background texture with dimensions 4096px by 4096px. One or both of these dimensions exceeds the maximum texture size of 0px supported by your device.
I broke stuff. So this
Why
is
would
cool.
you do this?
Too many mods.
Too many
Many
mods.
mods.
We'll have to be B3 instead. That one. What do you
Wow.
mean? It works on my computer.
What's
Can
up,
you
Wait.
Zuko?
Wait.
Hey kids, I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading.
Holy cow! It is not happy at all.
Yeah, give me just a sec. I really broke it. To be fair, this is the first time running it from this thing. Oh my gosh,
Have you
I get it.
considered
I get
not
it.
deleting all that stuff and then breaking the whole program?
I have considered that, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what we're gonna do
Is not drugs, right, guys? Say no
Drugs
to
are bad.
drugs.
I am going to close this, and we're gonna rejoin on my other one because I know that one works for it now, and I'll have to practice some more with this, setting this thing up.
Thomas the Choo Choo Train.
Kyber the Choo Choo Train.
Cyber's no choo-choo train. That's
All
a
right.
dragon.
If you guys want to join
You idiot.
this one instead, I'll post it in the Thieves. Well, I fixed the stream.
Thieves of Sharn 2.
Oh, I'm clicking the wrong button.
Oh, it's good old
Yeah, don't say it out loud.
no, I'm gonna say whatever I want to say, sir. It's good old bird 69. That's the one.
You know, it's dot slash.
Launch world. Come on. Come alive, buddy.
You know, you speak just like a fax machine.
I tried. It's actually what my job is. I work for a collective that is trying to archive, technological history since it's happening so fast. So occasionally I'm called to make fax machine sounds. I get paid in old school, high quality crafted household goods.
High quality crafted household goods.
And then
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a joke that I started and was like, I just got to keep going until I get to the punchline. And I'm just gonna be responsible now and say stop.
And the punchline never arrived.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I went that way now. Okay, now I'm gonna go this way. Okay,
Come on.
I'll make funny.
For you, David.
Thanks, Mason.
Fuck you, Khalil. You murdered me.
Yeah.
All right. Now these aren't pulling you guys properly. Give me a sec.
Yeah, we're back at level 3.
Ripping out my teeth here.
Well, do you
I
want to
had to
go
get
on
that
break
done.
real quick? And then...
Yeah, I guess we've been going for
True.
not quite an hour, about 50 minutes.
I am
I
loading
got
in
break
now,
here.
but do you need a little bit of time still?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get you guys up and going, and I need to import a scene still.
Okay.
From here. So yeah, give like 10-minute break or so.
Yeah.
I could
See you
use
guys
the
all
lube.
in see you guys all in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
The one
Mhm.
that we killed, did we just think we killed something that just wasn't there at all?
Yeah, you guys are
Cool.
swinging at things just in the air. So, let me get my Capri Sun going.
If I hadn't
That's what all
been,
the cool kids drink.
So we were basically the Black Knight, and they were the White. And they were the character in Monty Python. We're just getting our arms cut off, and no, come on,
And just
No.
swinging at the air. Yeah.
not a flesh wound.
Well, we were like the goons in the Dark Knight, where Joker kills off all the subsequent goons. Like,
Yeah.
just loose ends. They just use this to get in and then do grunt work and then kill us.
well, let's just show them that we're unkillable, and then that they need us, and we gotta stop the evil dragon from just sleeping. Like, fuck her.
Everyone's the good one.
We're gonna fulfill the prophecy. We're gonna kill them all. We're gonna take over. We're gonna begin control of Ebron, and then we're just gonna be like, stay where you are, protecting everything. Okay?
Yeah,
I just want to kill him.
yeah, they're not. I'm not letting them live. That's gonna be a hard ass.
All the condescension, the illusion manipulation, like, it's one thing to kill somebody. Like, Garth could have understood being murdered, but like, just how it went down, like, that's no.
Every time Sunset tries to compute, the answer only comes out as jerk faces.
All right. So, and you guys understood why they went through such lengths to fool you guys, right?
Makes sense. It's still
Someone did the speak with dead with
still
our
murder.
dead bodies. It'd
Oh
come
no,
up.
it's still murder. It's just if
Cool
someone else
motive.
did that, then they're gonna assume everybody died.
Makes sense.
Is it murder? Is it murder if we're alive, you idiot?
So funny you say that, Tyra. You come back. You actually, like, you find yourself standing actually over your corpse.
Fuck! Oh shit!
You're
Am
sitting
I-
there. We are live, but it's not meant for kids, so you can say the F word.
Okay.
Oh, goddamn good.
The stream's not meant for children. So.
Hey, kids.
You see your corpse there. Just you're still like you still have blood dripping out of your mouth down into the vent. There's a little bit of dust. Looks like these bodies have been here for a little bit now. Enough for dust to start to kind of accumulate on your guys' bodies. As you kind of
The broadside.
look down, you also are in the buff. Like all your gear's in front of you. Just you came back. A little bit, you hear a like shunting noise kind of to the side, and then like a weird like wet like slap as Chicken, you come alive, and you're just standing in yourself. And Garth, you see bits of fur and feather around. You can still see your gear's still fine. It's just like you kind of like shot out of it in places. You're also in the buff, but kind of used to that. Or not,
Yeah.
I should say used to it, but it's not completely alien for a Aarakocra.
Bird.
So he spawned inside of his dead body.
Above it, just to the side of it.
Okay.
Hot.
So
That's so
you
hot.
guys are slowly spawning. Sunset. You actually show up right here next to Tyra over your body as you come alive, and you see Tyra kind of like pulling the gear off her old self, and you see yourself in a lot more like in your kneeling pose that you had. Your gear's still there as well, but you're back without wearing the clothes. Your clothes are on your other body, your old body.
Sunset, having just understood nakedness, would take the opportunity to say, "I am naked." It's
Yeah, you are, buddy.
first time he's ever said that.
And finally, a little bit longer than it took for everybody else, Garth, you also show up right next to Chica as Chica's trying to like shake the blood off of his stuff and the goop and the bits of hair of each other out of your guys' gear. Your stuff's not damaged. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, your stuff's broken," but it is all covered in blood. So,
Hot.
Are
you guys also notice, Chikid and Garth, that the blood has started to congeal, and it kind of smells rot in the room.
Delicious.
Like, how long? Can I make some sort of check to kind of ascertain how long?
Yeah, you can do a survival check on the bodies.
Okay. I don't have a token. I can't see my token.
It's you can see it right
I
here.
see you in the elevator.
Oh,
It says Game Master. Oh, no. I'm stupid.
I don't see any tokens.
You don't see any tokens?
His just disappeared for me.
I just moved it out of the thing. I'll move Garth back in. Do you see it now?
No. I'm supposed to be in Vault B2, right?
Well, B2, you're
Yeah.
here.
Do you
I
see
mean,
my token
Sunset
moving?
and I are over in like a really dark corner, so it's hard to see our tokens, but we're down in the bottom right.
Yeah, I don't see mine in the elevator.
You're gonna have to refresh, I think, probably.
I can do that.
You might have, so like I'm altering between light modes. If you click somewhere on the map, it'll sometimes give you shared vision. You might be able to, although that's weird, you should be able to see you. But even me, like I'm covered in darkness right now. But you have
Yeah,
dark.
if you click off any icon with left click, it'll deselect your.
There it is. I got it.
Okay. Also,
Alright,
I
I'll
think if you
make
guys,
it
yeah. Natural one. Anyone else could make a survival check. You're more of like still like in the process of putting on your hide and thinking about how long, trying to figure out how long you guys might have been.
What kind of check does investigation work?
It would be a survival check for it.
Survival.
I mean, obviously, we're still like, if no one's found us
so
yet,
bad.
then it's still during the time when people are off work for the morning. Do they get a whole week for that?
Yes, generally people have a whole week off.
Okay, so I would just say, let's assume it's been almost the entire week and get the hell out of Dodge. Leave our bodies here, let them be found, and go get a change of clothes, and if we can, a change of fucking face.
There is a gaping hole in the side of this floor here too. Obviously, it's not on this map because this is an old map. I'm sorry. But that's the hole that they jumped out of. They blew a hole in the side of it and jumped out of it.
Get the hell out of
Agreed.
the hole.
I would agree with Tyra.
Garth is gonna check the bag of holding real quick, see if he's got it, or where that was at.
It's not where you left it. You do have the bag of holding.
Ooh,
Okay.
can we check B3 real fast to see what's missing? Cause didn't I look at the list of shit that was there?
You looked at the logs of potential stuff that was there. Of not necessarily potential stuff. It would be potential people that held stuff there.
Oh.
They don't have like their exact belongings in there. And just like the quick thing, if you want to spend it'd be about 5-10 minutes going through those logs. I'd have you roll an investigation check while you're doing it.
Can I say if I don't get any higher than a 10, then I just give it a real cursory glance and say whatever, I don't care. And then just
It'll still be the 5-10 minutes.
No.
It'll still be the time frame.
Do we want to use that time, or do we just want to get the heck out of Dodge and not care about looking to see what they got?
I mean that's on another floor, right?
It's on
Yeah.
B3, but the security offices here that would have that information.
Can we see the cameras, or are they dead?
Cameras look to be dead.
Okay. Garth is gonna
Disabled
check
by
right here. How hard would it be to get up to B3?
To get down to B3,
Yeah.
it looks like the elevator and stuff is actually functioning. It was
Okay.
like a ruse to make you think it was not.
Okay. Yeah. Real quick, I guess. I mean, we got to make this worth it.
Okay, so I'll look through the logbooks and one of you guys stay here with me. The other two of you guys go down to B3, and in 15 minutes we meet outside.
That sounds good.
All right, so well, Garth is gonna peek into this vault real quick where they were at. Is there anything left in there? Is that all cleaned out?
Looks to be all cleaned out. Well,
Okay, so
this crate was all cleaned out. These ones on the left were never opened. So.
okay, can I open those real quick?
It'll take time to open them.
Hmm.
It'll take about 5 minutes to open each one. Like per crate, I should say.
I can do that maybe while Tara's looking at the logbooks.
If I were to assist them,
It's 5 minutes for each one, so you guys will be able to open up 2 of them in 5 minutes instead of just 1 in 5 minutes. It's the process of prying open those things. It's just going to take a bit to get all those nails out.
Okay, so yeah, while Tyra's looking at the logs, before we go down there to see if it's worth it, the 3 of us can open up 1 each of these crates in the next 5 minutes or so. How's that?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. I will go ahead and do that.
What kind of
Did I
check?
get anything with my 14 invest?
So yeah, with your 14, I can. Looking through, you see a couple of some elf names, a half orc, a gnome. Nothing is really striking your eye of importance. For the most part, with the 14, you do eventually though come across a half elf by the name of Roger Boleen. Looks to be holding, look to have been holding some items there inside a crate down there on bottom 3, and you know roughly where that is now. You don't know the item's contents or what were in it, but you do know of that guy.
And his name was what?
Roger Boleen. B-O-L-E-E.
Okay. Can I, since that name stuck out at me, can I just try to remember where his stuff is and when we go down there just to see if it was disturbed or whatever?
Easily, yeah.
Okay. So.
All right, so I rolled a nat 20 on a strength check to open up the crates.
So you open doors quicker than everyone else. You rip it open and you get one arm in there, and then because of how long your arms are, you actually end up slamming crowbars on both ends and then prying it open. And
whole body's a fulcrum.
Give me a lever long enough and I can move the world. Looking inside, you see mostly stuff in here. It looks to be like a whole bunch of like files, like accounting files for somebody. Just like it doesn't seem to be super interesting in one of these. It's more of looks like probably somewhere keeping these things as an offsite like storage for older archival stuff. In the one that you cracked open.
Bullshit. And then Garth is just gonna chuck it into the bag of holding anyway. Maybe it might work.
There's a lot of stuff. Like the whole like crate's like the size of a small desk. Like it's a lot of paperwork.
Okay, yeah, he would just if it's just overwhelming, he would just be like, bullshit.
Okay. Cheekid and Sunset, you guys cracking open the other 2, you kind of find the similar thing. Paperwork. Some of you guys do find some cool pens that might have fallen into while they were trying to load up paperwork into this place. Like some quills and like some ink stuff. But for the most part, a lot of the other stuff that's in here looks to be for information archiving more than like item archiving in these.
Okay.
It would seem that the entire operation was a ruse.
Is there any chance I can just get in that? Is this so? The entire 5 minutes is just me opening it and then immediately looking inside afterwards, or looking inside during those 5 minutes?
I'd be looking inside during it as well.
Okay.
Give me a quick scan through. Khalil quit. Like, fine.
Good riddance.
Welcome back.
Mr.
Are you back?
Goldblum.
Did we all go down?
No,
Just you.
Just me?
for now.
See, I went down a bunch earlier. I don't know what was going on.
All right. So, you guys know of the other place that was indicated. Likely the most other interesting target was that Roger Boline
Yes.
that had some stuff on the third floor. So we won't go through all the map changes and such. You guys use the elevator, and you guys are trying to like not to get the old blood of Cheekit and Garth's previous bodies on like their shoes and such.
Yeah.
As,
No,
like,
I
the
would
elevator goes down.
push
How
my
do-
body into B2 before we went down. I wouldn't ride
Okay.
the elevator with that.
Yeah. How does that like sit with you guys? Like, is that just chill or?
It's disconcerting,
I'm
but you
suppressing
know,
all of my feelings about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Garth is weirded
I just
out.
met a god dragon and
That's
connected some
perspective.
string, and all of a sudden I'm back and I see my exploded self, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Garth died. There were no ancestors. And yeah, all of this has been a freaking lie. So he's just doppelganger body is the least of his worries.
yeah.
Alrighty. So,
We're gonna
as you guys
simulate-
make your way down to basement level 3, whoever's good with their thieves tools, if they want to try to unlock the door, looks like they did
I
relock
guess.
this door.
Is
I
there
guess
any
I will.
elevator music too on the way down in that awkward elevator ride?
Not this time, no.
What do I do for these tools check? It's dexterity, d20, and my proficiency.
Proficiency modifier, yeah.
It's Pink Floyd's Time playing as we go down.
Time keeps on slipping. Wait, is that the right song?
Is that good?
No,
enough
that's a
for-
good one though.
Does that pass your fucking test, sir?
That's the Eagles,
Yes.
isn't it?
No!
No, that's like
I don't know who sings that one.
Stevie Nick Richards band or something.
Stevie
Now we all
Nicks
gotta Google it.
band.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. You are 100% right. It's the
Stevie
Stevie
Miller
Miller
Band. You
You are
are.
100% right.
I was close. I was one name off of the 3.
Okay. Did we get in?
Yes, Cheekit is able to crack it open, and you're able to see a small chest that likely is what they went after. There is on the inside of this vault is a list of like basically the chest number that's there, which you'd be able to discern is the one for Roger, as well as the items that were within each chest. At some point.
Can we look and see what they took?
Yes. So you look through, and you have to open up the other case as well. If you want to roll another dexterity check or another thieves tools check for me, Cheekid.
Can do. And not as good.
That's good. Still good enough. There is you crack it open, and inside you see where you at? You see a small amulet. It looks to have like it's a stone amulet, and on the center is it looks like one of those yodeling horns. It looks like a horn essentially in the center of it on this amulet.
Like a bugle.
Yeah, like a bugle. You. Walla, 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 walla. Also find a couple of vials of some kind of. It's a very, very viscous black material or fluid. You're not exactly sure what it is. And it looks to be there is something else that is currently missing there.
There's something missing from in the chest that could obviously have been there.
That was definitely there, yes.
Does it say on like the list or whatever of what was in the inventory?
Yes, so on the inventory, you see that there was an amulet. It just says amulet of the war leader. It also says alchemical sleeping sap, which you can kind of discern that those are the two things that are there. With the final thing that's missing is a sword. It just says sword, and then in parentheses, dangerous. Don't touch.
Wait, so all this stuff has been ransacked?
No. The amulet and the sleeping sap are still there, but the sword that is just marked as dangerous, don't touch blade, is missing.
I think we should take that sleeping sap in case we have to use it on them while we slit their throats.
And the
Yeah,
and the
I'm gonna
amulet.
take the amulet as well. I mean, why
Yeah.
not? What was it called again?
The amulet is called the amulet of the war leader. The alchemical sleeping sap, Garth, you would know a little bit more about this just with your background with stuff. This sleeping sap can be thrown into mixes or just kind of like applied to a rag, and it works so much like ether. You can knock out anything. It'll knock out even creatures who are immune to magical sleep, because that's not
Does that stuff that you're talking about? Yeah.
It's an actual chemical
Hey, Matt.
knockout. Yes.
Knock
Matt,
out
does that
elves.
smell like alchemical sleeping sap to you?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Does this look like the stuff that you used to use to knock people out and do things?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is alchemical sleeping sap.
You know it's derived from a type of mushroom, so if you want to kind of describe it more of the mushroom, then...
No. Garth is passed out because he picked. No, he's not that stupid.
Hey!
We just need to. Guys, I think we just need to grab and go. Grab and
Yeah.
go.
We're running.
Be sparsely for a little while.
You're all granted the power of gods. Do whatever you want.
The
You can
power of
cast
God
wish
in anime.
whenever you want. You can add wish as a cantrip.
How did you know?
Sunset is a real
Were
boy.
you looking at my notes?
Yep.
Back off!
So,
I have the power of God in anime.
all right, guys, we won.
Anime on my side.
Okay, let's go.
Squeak. All right. You guys never like. The only people who would really know your faces well would be the suits themselves. And
Bondo!
well, like, yeah, and Sonnet probably would be the only people who would really remember who you guys were.
And
Like, you
Nike,
guys are super
probably.
well known right now. And who?
Nike, the kobold.
Yeah, and Nike. Yeah.
I mean, they specifically picked us because we were unknown.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to Sonnet? We need to find Sonnet.
You guys
Well,
haven't.
Sonnet's We do not want to find Sonnet, and we want to avoid.
Sonnet was not part of the suits.
You guys remember them treating her like shit and talking to her like she's a part of like our group?
Was she part of this heist?
She
I
was
don't remember her.
information gathering. She wasn't there physically with you guys. She normally stayed at the silver tankard.
Okay.
She may be
All
someone
right.
potentially we could make an ally.
So, I mean, we don't have to really disguise ourselves, but we need to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So you guys are riding the elevator up currently, then?
Yeah, back up to B2 where the hole is.
And then going
Where
out
we
the
can
hole.
all jump out and fly away, right, guys?
Yeah.
We'll see how that works for Sunset.
I'm gonna say if you guys want to go just through the exit at the top too.
No, I'm jumping out of the hole for sure.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Great. I shouldn't have done that.
All of
I'm gonna
us.
cast guidance
Just
on
pick it.
Chica.
Chica's already left. He's already out. 19. That's not bad. as you look around, it looks like strangely like no one's come over to repair this hole. Like this hole has clearly been here for a while, but no one has come over here to fix it for whatever reason. You're not exactly sure why. You know, it's clearly a wide open hole. And as you get about another like 25 feet or so out, you kind of look back up towards the hole, and the hole's sealed. Looks like there's still some kind of an illusion of magic over the hole for the exit area. That's keeping like basically that made it so no one knows when this explosion's probably had come. Like no one outside of this area knows there's even a hole in the wall there. So,
Interesting.
are the rest of you guys kind of waiting there at the second floor level, or are you guys going up to the top?
I'm gonna say I want to head up because I want to get the heck out of Dodge. Like if this thing, I guess I didn't associate basement with having to climb straight up, so I'm gonna take the elevator up or the stairs or whatever.
It's an elevator to get up, yeah.
But where does the hole lead? If we're in a basement.
It's on the side, so you
Of
guys
the
are in a
buil- okay.
tower.
Right.
You guys are in a tower, and it's on the side of the tower. So,
How big of
You
a
guys
drop outside the hole?
a couple 100 feet.
But you're saying we can't get through the hole. It's
Oh,
locked.
you guys can go.
We
You guys can go
can.
through the floor. You guys can go
Oh.
through the hole just fine. Chica just flew out. He just
Anybody-
far enough to
Right.
realize that that there's an illusion based over it to make it look like there's not a hole.
I'll
God.
meet you up
It's a-
front.
Anybody
Yeah.
got the floating spell or something?
I got a sinky spell. It's called 450 pounds of pure warforge.
Cannonball.
Magical, truly.
It is a magical being. So.
Yeah, so I mean,
Featherball.
Sunset would have preferred to go out that way, but
I
he
mean-
would not have jumped to his death. So he would have turned around and gone. Just kind of walk out the front door. It's all cool.
I can promise you the only person I might even possibly be able to carry would be Tyra.
Tyra. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Chica,
we
as
go
you
with
kind of
Tyra.
do your, Chica, as you kind of like do your pathing, flight around. It's early morning right now.
Okay.
Looking around, I can finally accelerate this clock to the actual day, so you guys are at a loss here. Hold on, I keep clicking the wrong button. I need more TV screens. I need more screens.
Quick send help. More screens needed.
Looks like it's been roughly 3 to 4 days. Just kind of judging by like the current activities. A couple more people are being a little bit more like moving. They're not as, they've done the first part of their stuff and they're kind of just in the movement of stuff. Just trying to enjoy the week. They've already like paid the respects and such.
Right.
As you kind of like finish your scan around, you land at the doors and just in time for Tyra, Sunset, and Garth to unlock the door from the inside and kind of step out into the sunlight. Sunset, as you get past, this actually probably occurred as like halfway between the elevator and the exit of the room. You hear in like garbled tones in your head, please be alive. Anyone, Sunset, are you there? Need help? It's Sonnet. She's
Yeah.
casting something towards you.
Do I have the choice to respond, or is it whatever I say next?
Yeah.
She hears.
You have the choice to you have a time frame when you can respond,
Okay.
and then essentially like you put your finger to your ear and then you respond with 25 words or less.
Okay. I would share with the group that Sonnet has contacted me and appears to be in distress.
She sounds like she's having a hard time forming words.
Yeah.
Tell
So I
me,
took
guys,
the
I
group
don't
that.
think they were a part, or she was a part of the suits.
Can
Maybe
you-
weren't.
Sunset, can you track her location without answering her? Or can you find her?
Last place you guys knew where she was the silver ticket.
I don't think I have any abilities there, really, Matt, right? For telemetry or anything.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is not within my skill set to locate her. However, she is asking if we are alive, so I presume she does not know that we are quite dead, but fears the worst.
That kind of tracks. I mean, they left. You know, they shouldn't have any idea that we would be alive. I don't like it, but I don't think it's a trap either.
Oh.
And I don't know about what you guys saw when you touched your strands, but the suits didn't seem to be very worried about us at all. I think they think we're pretty fucking dead.
I mean, we are dead. Whatever the fuck we are, I don't know what this is.
I'm touching my hands here.
No,
pull on this for a
what's
little bit.
that? What's this? Like, flinging some goo from whatever's left of us that's still with us. We died. We're back.
I am of the mind that Sunset could be a great asset to us if we are to get back at the suits.
Yeah, Sunset, you are a great asset to us.
Swap that up. Apologies. It appears that dying and coming back has altered my frame of communication. Sonnet.
Go for it, dude.
I must respond shortly. So yeah, so Sunset would say, Sonnet, you appear to need help. Where are you?
A little bit of time goes by. You get a message back. Unsafe location. Can meet you somewhere. Do you have a place to meet? If not, I can find something, hopefully.
We could.
I have safe houses around places.
So yeah,
you have the closest safe house.
I'd recommend we go to a safe house of one of the parties that the suits are not aware we have.
Yeah, that would be both. Anything that Chicken and Tyra have. So
cool. Yes, we will meet at.
And you give her the area that Tyra gives.
The crusty road.
The crusty grab.
Yeah.
She responds back one more time, basically saying understood, and it's going to take her some time to get there in her current state. So yeah, you guys have a little bit of time. You guys just want to get over to the safe house, or what do you guys want to do?
I say we go to the safe house as soon as we can.
You guys are full health, covered in blood. Your clothes are covered in blood, but you guys are full health.
Yeah.
Maybe a quick stop at somewhere to get some new clothes.
Okay.
I know a place.
That's a little far. Pintles is about an hour and a half away. But it's still an option. I was just saying that by walking, it's about an hour and a half away.
Is there one really, really super close?
Not really in the warehouse district. There are like shower places though, that you would know of, Tyra, because you're kind of close enough where the loading docks are. Like they're leveled down on the opposite side. You would know probably a place about a 30-minute walk away. So I don't think you to do like a shower, like a cleaning area, like a community like bathing zone. If that makes sense.
How close is the safe house?
Safe house is about the same distance.
Okay. Well, safe houses would have a change of clothes. Logically, they might not be in everybody's size, but there'd probably be at least something my size that I could go and change into and run out to buy everybody else stuff that might look less suspicious than if we all go covered in blood.
I just need a hose.
You do know of that most of your safe houses are going to be people who are a little bit more on the wealthy side, and they likely have washing wands, which is the prestidigitation to clean stuff. So you guys be able to clean your clothes. Yeah.
Okay, I'd say then we just go to I tell them that should have a washing wand, and we should just go to the safe house because we can wash our clothes and ourselves if we want to, and then not have to worry too much about seeing more people than necessary at the current time.
And you were trying to say something, Sunset?
I haven't actually get to use my skiff yet, did I? Because that was supposed to be the escape skiff, and then they ended up just murdering us.
The skiff is still there too.
Okay.
You haven't returned it yet. So
Okay. Oh boy. Well, so is it technically like stolen now?
Covered in
technically, but
parking
if they find your body, then they'll just
Okay.
assume that you died with that one. They don't
But
know
if
it's specifically you. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like they're not like that dang sunset. They just know of you and you're like what you are, more of a thing. If that makes
Okay.
sense. The people you got it from.
But if we use it now and they find us in it, they'll be like,
You have the
"Oh,
idea that they
it's my
might,
stolen car."
yeah, they might be upset about it if
Okay.
they find you on it right now.
Okay. Then yeah, maybe best. I thought maybe we could zip around a bit, but that may introduce an extra risk we don't.
You certainly can. You certainly can. But you just have to roll to see if you can avoid where the people would be drawing eyes towards you.
Okay. I don't know.
So-
I mean, I would offer that to the party. It's kind of like a tomato thing. I mean, walking on the street for 30 minutes straight is also kind of exposure. But
Yeah, it'd be about a 5-minute ride on your skiff.
Well, can we just take the sewers like we did the other time?
You're fine by me.
And following Garth and knock it down to 15.
Okay, let's follow Gar through the sewers. We'll get there, we'll use the washing wands, we'll take care of multiple problems at once, and then we'll figure out what to do when Sana gets there, and if she needs help or assistance, then...
or can help us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sunset would comment. Yes, I agree with this plan. Although I will say it has been nice for these last few minutes to not have my smell sensors triggering because of Garth. And here we are back into the sewer. This would be like Garth. Garth would not smell at all right now, right? Like you would be probably cleaner than you've ever been in your life.
This is pretty rough right now. Garth, you guys all smell like rot. You guys are wearing clothes.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah, no,
we're sitting
yeah,
in.
we smell like death.
Yeah,
Never mind.
you guys smell worse than Garth has ever smelled.
Okay.
Nice.
Then yes, please, let's get in the sewer and maybe wash this off to trade for
Say
that.
So you guys, Garth, you direct them. You crack open the thing and you motion them in. You're not entirely like familiar with this area of these sewers, but you still know them well enough to get through. You do come across one crossroads, and you're like, oh wait, no, I remember I fought some rats over there at one point. Or you fought some creatures over there that was a kind of a setup there. And you guys make your way over the next about 15 minutes to the next, pretty close to the other safe house. As you guys, as Garth leads you guys through, cracks open the. Do you want to talk at all, Garth, on that one, or describe how you're? No,
He's pretty quiet. He's pretty subdued. This is
Okay.
not like the trip to Bondo's.
Okay.
He's just getting through this. This is.
Yeah. Okay. So
He's pretty sober about all this.
you guys would take note of that then, of Garth not being super excited about being in the, not necessarily being in the sewers.
Is Frederick
but just
alive,
in
by
general.
the way?
Frederick is alive. Frederick is a fake creature. He would have been sitting on your a feather of yours as you showed up.
I just didn't know if he'd have been.
He was just sitting on your dead body for 3 days.
He's a fake creature. He doesn't have to eat.
What is
Like
this?
this.
Loyal
This
to
is
the
my
end.
guy.
He never gave up on me. Never will.
This is sad.
As you showed up, it raised sadly all 8 of its eyes at you, like it saw you again.
Yeah.
So as you guys get to this place, Garth, you open up the sewer hatch. Just a sec. Let's see if you trip anybody. Nope. Straight's dead. There's no one on either side.
Thank God.
As you're about another it's just a short walk to where the safe house that Tyra has is. As you guys get to it, the house itself, the other houses around it are not too bad. They seem kind of out of place for the warehouse district. This likely is the people that own several of the warehouses, huge chains of warehouses. Probably not even just in Sharn, but likely at other places throughout the continent. And the one, however, that she has laid out as a safe house is probably the most extravagant one that's here.
it looks to have like the color that they painted to try to keep it all uniform within like this tower. Like they've painted it because it's still more towery in this area. It's not like the vast open space that you saw in upper area Sharn. But they still tried to like do some decorative brickwork to actually make it look like a pretty presentable like its own home, I guess is the best way to put it. Somewhat, they've added a little bit to make it kind of look like a adobe based. You know, and they put some logs on the side to make it look like the logs are there. It looks very, very, very posh for where it is. It's like the super like multi-million-dollar homes you find in Scottsdale. Like that's that kind of like that kind of looking type stuff. And Tyra just walks up. She moves around at the front door for a little bit. Do you have any secret way that you open the door that's specific to you, Tyra?
Can I like kick a certain part of the like the baseboard or something that helps just like crack open in just the right way?
Yeah. So you see Tyra like she fiddles with the door handle a little bit, and then she kicks like softly in a couple of different spots, and it looks like she finds the right spot. Kicks a little harder, and the whole door just opens up. Is like no problem. Inside, like you see like there's a set of stairs almost immediately after the door. Tyra, you would know that where the washing room and such, where the washing wand is just to the side of the stairs, and you take a right at the very end. There's a kitchen, likely that usually has drinks and other stuff within their icebox there, and there's a couple of beds upstairs.
Okay, so I lead everyone to the washroom, and we all get nice and clean and stop smelling like rotten sewer. Does that
And
also mend our clothes or anything, or do we have to do that ourselves?
Hellivor's over there reenacting some of the news station scary clips from YouTube. They do have a wand of mending as well, so you are able to repair. It takes some time. You guys will be here for between getting everything cleaned, getting your clothes mended back to where they were, and any kind of damage that they had. Does take a while to get everything sorted out. Probably about, with everybody, another at least hour, I would say. And then you're trying to like, because precipitation doesn't just like wish away the stuff, it more just like makes it fall off cleanly off to the side. So you're like also now like pushing all of that old gore and viscera like into the drain and like trying to like clean that. So it takes about an hour to 2 hours to get everything cleaned up. We're getting close to it's getting close to like 10 a.m. Actually, it's kind of getting close to, we'll say it's getting closer to it's just a little after 11 right now. So still no sign of Sonnet. You guys haven't heard or anything like that from her at the moment.
This is where we're supposed to meet her?
Yes, this is where you guys directed to meet her. There's food.
How long has it been since she contacted me, roughly?
It's been roughly 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Generally takes about an hour and a half from where it's silver packages to where you guys are to travel.
How secluded is this place, Tyra?
Because we're in a just a housing district, right? Like
You're in a small little housing area, but you're still within like the warehouse district. But it's like a small little housing area for all the people who like own those warehouses to be able to still be kind of close to on site if needed be. You would know that these particular people that generally live here are not going to be back for at least another week or so. They're generally gone for all the morning and some after the week of mourning.
Oh, that's okay. So this is a rich person's house that we just got it.
yeah, so it's relatively secure, but
Garth is gonna dump out the bag of holding, see what we got.
Everything's there. All the ingots, all the platinum. They left it in there for you guys, or as part of the setup.
Well, there's that.
So you guys have a lot of coin. Well, in ingot form, you guys have to get it processed. But
You did say there were 11 or so scrolls, right?
yeah,
Thought I
a
believed
couple of
so.
different scrolls, sheets of paper and such. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, so you'll let us know like the total of all that we have to.
Yeah. I'll throw that into the the chat at the end of the session here.
Okay.
So as well as everything on the scrolls. A couple of those scrolls are spell scrolls. Two of them, however, look to be just random inane writings, then with charcoal kind of like scribbled over them.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Just kind of looking at them. So
Weird.
Sunset, whenever you look at those, the first thing that comes to your mind is a piece of a draconic prophecy.
This is from another Warforged here.
Mm-hmm. From a research type Warforged. That's what you guys are told.
What is that piece? Is it related to the deck of cards prophecy?
You don't know. It takes a lot of time to decipher these things. Because you have to find out which part is the part of the draconic prophecy and which part is just trying to like ebb it out. So, but there are two pieces of sheets. Just because you rolled the natural 20 previously, it's still kind of fresh in your mind on these things. You're able to position them in a way that it looks like they're kind of overlapping, like on a corner. Like they're not like, it's not like a perfect meeting. It's like one of them's kind of like arranged like this, and you can see that the charcoal lines actually line up at this point with this, with with them kind of like at a strange angle.
Okay.
So Garth is going to take 10 minutes and 25 feet of rope, and he's going to cast snare on the front like door entryway.
Okay.
Like everyone's going to see him do this. Like he's going to be setting up a magical trap.
Yeah. So
right
at
there.
the end of the 20 minutes, the rope that Garth had like placed in the arrangement needed just kind of like sinks and disappears into the floor. So at about 3 hours now, we're getting close to noon. You do hear a knock on the front door. It's a little on the low side. Like position-wise, it's kind of strange. It's lower than where you like a normal person.
So like she like drug herself here, like army crawl because they like cut off her legs or something.
You don't know. You haven't
Garth
opened the door
is
yet.
gonna hide himself and get ready for like the worst.
Okay. Go ahead
Sunset
and roll a stealth check.
Sunset would volunteer to answer it.
Okay. You kind of sidestep the snare that Garth had placed, and you open the door, and you see on the other side, it's a little off-putting. You see what looks to be Sonnet's garbs, and she's kind of like wrapped her face up a little bit. But like the one face that's exposed looks elvish on the side. However, like her other arm is missing at the elbow, and there's just like weird pieces and such off the side. Another big thing you notice is both of her dossets are either on the side are severely damaged, as well as the one on the back of her neck, not spinning anymore. And she's limping on the side, and her other arm is also like damaged to the side, and it looks like she might have just knocked with her knee. She goes, and she just looks in. Is it safe?
Yes, Sonnet, it is safe. Please come in.
All right. Sonnet takes 1 foot in, steps into the snare, gets
Yep.
shot up into the air.
Yep.
I mean, all right, whatever.
We want control of the situation. We have no idea what's going on, and
I
Garth
forgot the snare.
Garth is just fucking on the edge. He's gonna come out of hiding and, all right, hey, we just went through some shit. Looks like you went through some shit, but trust is in short supply right now.
You see,
But we mean you no harm, but I need to ensure that you mean us no harm right now.
you see Sonnet's like the one eye that is just currently exposed. is like in a panic. She's like brought up into that, and then you see like the small little changes in her face, like facets in her face, like kind of flip in a direction, and it goes back to her standard like 3-eyed on one side form.
So she's like a chameleon. She's like a skin changer.
It looks like she's able to change appearance.
Oh, wow.
Or was able to change appearance.
But mechanically magical, which is cool.
That's crazy.
It's mechanically not magical, yes. So she goes, I am Sonnet. I'm sorry for the disguise if it altered you or scared you. It is good to see you alive. What happened? What took you so long?
First, what happened to you?
The silver tankard collapsed. It wasn't a place. It was a pocket. She goes on to describe that she was in there trying to gather information and look and listen for any kind of news reports and whatnot so she could throw a warning if needed be. And then suddenly she was 50 feet inside a tower that then shunted her out because it's pocket dimension. And she
Insight
just
check.
In
That tracks, but like, yeah, I wanna.
Whew.
The 22 seems pretty. She doesn't seem to be lying here. She seems to be pretty honest in the story of telling what happened to her. So, how, basically, like, when she got shunted out, her legs came out. She came out legs first, and then like her arms didn't fully demerge, and they got ripped off from the force of her getting shunted out by that 50 feet, and then she hit this other side of the wall.
Oh God.
That hurts.
So, she goes on to explain, without getting too much into her voice and such, but goes on to explain that she doesn't think the suits. I guess first she asks, "Are the suits dead then?"
Unfortunately, we have no reason to believe that the suits were dead. In
They
fact, they're
haven't
no more.
contacted you. And how long?
I've been seeking and only calling out to Sunset for the past 3 days. So she's kind of goes on to explain that she's been kind of in hiding for about 3 days.
So, about what time of the day did that happen 3 days ago?
Early in the morning, or midnight, close to. Which it
Is
tracks.
that about the time of the? About the
the
same
time that
time?
the explosion went off. Yeah, it's about the time the explosion went off.
All right.
How-
Seems
do-
like
Do I believe her? Like,
You can roll an insight as well. Garth rolled one, and for the most part, she doesn't seem to be showing up, telling a lie so far. Just go to the Garth.
I think Sunset would kind of look around and read the room and see if anyone's got any extremely concerning faces about being deceived. But he'd kind of have a little bit of a bias with her being a Warforged that he'd already established respect for, outside of anything else that's happened. So, Sunset, I am unable to fully communicate exactly what has happened to us. However, I can say with certainty that the suits, it seems, are not, they're not the expert thieves. However, that their perception has been given. In fact, they are much more devious than this and intend to do something that could potentially alter reality and our conception of space-time. I am of the mind here, I cannot speak for the rest of the party, that they must be stopped.
yep.
So Sonnet,
Garth drops the spell too, by the way.
Okay. So, as she's about to respond, she falls.
I would catch her. I would reach
Okay.
out and catch her.
Okay. I was gonna say she's. No. So you do catch her. She goes, "Thank you."
Yeah, we're putting her down. He's not trying to be rude
Okay.
about it, but yeah,
Okay,
he
well, I
trusts
just-
her.
Garth tends to be a little bit more on the rough side, so I didn't know if you
Yeah.
wanted to just like.
She's
All right,
loaded.
fine, she's clear.
And then Garth throws her in that pile of echo filth.
Of all the other the rot that's going down the drain. No, so So yeah, you help her down out of the snare trap, and she kind of like sits down on the on like a chair or a couch nearby. She goes, "I will take some time to rebuild. It's not the easiest," and she kind of like explains, "It's not. Her parts aren't the easiest to come by. If there's a way to retrieve them out of the wall, perhaps that would be good. But I left them there in case the suits wanted to check back to make sure that I was dead, or at least damaged beyond repair." So she.
They believe we're dead, and we follow the same logic. Please, don't let on to anybody else. I mean, I don't think you talked to anybody else based on what you're saying, but we're dead.
You, Garth, would notice she has the slight stench of a sewer. She might have been hiding in a sewer as well.
From the smell, could I tell which sewer?
Yeah, actually, I would say just because you're so proficient with them,
Do you want me to
you
roll
know. I would just no. It's unless you really want to. If you want to get it down to like exactly where she was hiding, go ahead and roll for it. We know like it was roughly the sewers of where the silver tank. Like she didn't move far from the silver tanker.
Would that be an investigation or
it'd be survival. I'll let you pick. I'll let you pick.
Yeah, that's a survival in that case.
So
natural 20.
Wait, you were hiding under. Oh man, that guy's got like gnarly syphilis. Like you can smell it. It just gets into the sewer. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah.
And she looks down. She goes, "I cannot wield the washing wand." Hello, Ward. You came back?
Yeah. Okay. Thank goodness.
How long were you out?
Right as Garth let down the spell.
Oh, okay.
You guys are under attack. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
The suits are here. The morning happened again, and
Sonnet was a silver dragon the entire time. And,
I killed myself.
Sonnet is Eberron. Kyber's out. No.
Kyber's running rampant.
So yeah, this kind of adds to the trust there. Like this checks out. Like she wasn't out and about. She was just hiding in the sewers.
She does ask for assistance with the washing wand, as well, and she kind of like holds up her two nubs. I can't exactly wield one myself. So if someone wants to help her, at least cast the washing wand under, Tyra, you reach over and grab it and help her at least get the sewer off of her.
Yeah.
Can we heal her at all?
I was gonna say I would offer, Matt to use that connect. I mean, I don't think they're gonna get her back to normal, but if better than any of us could do, Needle over at Pinkett's, offered.
Needle would likely have some information or at least some capability of at least getting some of her capabilities back. Right now, just kind of a quick rundown, kind of looking over what she'd explained. She no longer has connection to her docent network. All of her docents are down in her back and they're not functioning anymore. So all of her docents are down and needs her arms back. And it looks like part of her face got like slightly crushed and bent in. So
Legs? You said her legs are gone too, right?
Faye. No, she still has her legs.
Okay. So it needs arms back and face.
Arms, face, and docents. In whichever order.
So yeah, I mean, I would, I believe that perhaps my friend Needle would be of some assistance, unless anyone else has any better ideas, until we can find someone to work on your more advanced capabilities.
I think that sounds good.
Sorry for the show.
No, it's adorable. It's absolutely adorable. You almost need to get like a cam up to run like for them occasionally. Yeah, so does anyone else have another option perhaps?
Can we heal her? We got some potions, some healing potions.
You guys can like heal, but it won't regenerate her arms at all.
Yeah.
It looks like she's likely been like slowly healing over time, like the rest of her stuff. If you guys want to
Okay.
expend some, you can, but it looks like she's not an immediate threat of dying currently. So looks like just a little bit of TLC and working on stuff is going to be the best way for her to.
Would we know of anyone that could kind of help repair her?
The closest person off the top of my head would be Needle.
No, and then what's his name?
Or-
The guy in the sewer, the kobold. Can't remember
Or
his name.
Knight?
just outside of the Knight.
Knight, yeah.
Knight, yeah.
The artificer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knight's capable of doing stuff too. So
We got
Either
money.
either one would be good. So you guys do have a lot of money. With that, with you mentioning, do you mention you guys have a lot of money or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
That went right back in the bag.
Okay. Sonnet will speak up. She goes, so, it appears as though we have all been betrayed. I don't take kindly to those who go back on their word. I will start looking into what I can. Well, when I can, I will start looking into exactly who the suits are. And I mean exactly. I will find them. Like she kind of like goes into a brooding mode.
Brooding
It looks
mode
as though-
activated.
It looks as though she still has some other thought processes. I mean, her docents are down, but she's not stupid in herself. So she's something that she is a warforged capable of operating through docents as it is.
The CPU is active, but the data gathering is down.
Yeah.
This is
You
good.
guys kind of hear like, and you guys kind of near her, like next to the back of her head, you actually feel some heat start to like radiate off, like she's pondering hard something right now, trying to put some pieces together.
Yeah, let's go to Nike. Or
Good,
I guess we all need clothes.
Your guys' clothes are all repaired. You guys were able to repair them with the mending one.
Yeah, I mean, Needle has clothes if anyone wants different clothes, as well as a repair. The Artificer might be able to do, at least as a start, Needle might be good. The Artificer it's probably going to be better for the advanced stuff, or sourcing it at least, and having to wait. But, I would be fully in support of working with Needle at this point.
You get the sense that...
Or Sonnet, sorry. Jesus.
You're good. You get the sense that likely the best, like between your guys' conversations and conversing, sourcing the parts and such is going to be best done through Night, and then the actual like assembly of the parts would be best done with Needle. So like Night would be the one to like get you like all the pieces needed to manufacture, and then Night would be able to assemble them for you.
As the halflings would say, "Porque no los dos." So
I forgot.
Oh man! Yes. Yes.
As of note, just as a heads up, I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but those of you who are into astrology, Ron, the moon Ron, is currently in an eclipse. That is the moon of book and knowledge and scribing.
oh man, the babies born right now are gonna be so arrogant.
They're just not going to be able to learn shit.
Oh.
They're the anti-intellectual babies.
Matt, did I, for my reclass, did I change in the story? Or have I now always been barbarian class?
You guys,
Or is that
that's something.
TBD?
That's something of
Maybe-
interest. I'll notice that how Sunset like wields his weapons and such has changed. What you
Does he
remember
look
him
mad?
as, he looks beefier in some places. Strangely enough, he looks like before, like his mannerisms and how he moved and like kind of like prepping for combat and such was all very much like how a ranger would before, but now it looks as though he's gone a lot more primal in how he operates. So, I guess meta knowledge. Your past is concrete. It's real. It happened. If you guys do, for whatever reason, meet with Kyber again and change an aspect of yourself, that new aspect goes into place. But your past is still what your past was.
Because he kind of said, Kyber kind of warned us that sometimes things can change in this.
Yes.
Through the threads and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
So
I guess, would I have an innate? Like, I would know, obviously, right, that I'm different.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you would definitely know. And that goes for like, if one of you guys had chosen to do a race change, that would be apparent. You guys were always Aarakocra. Like, if it was Cheekid was always Aarakocra, but now suddenly he's half elf. Like you guys would remember Cheekid as being Aarakocra, not as a half elf.
So what you're saying is killing yourself is a solution to your problems.
Cool.
Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, she did imply there is a price that is paid from this point forward. So.
Yeah. No, you guys would notice my footsteps would be notably heavier. I just went from 317 to 450 pounds, and then when Sonnet, started kind of like processing hard and like brooding, right, at like that desire for revenge, then Sunset would speak up and say, yes, I believe it would be of benefit if you could be our ears. Then, well, we will be the hands, the weapons, the legs, and the rest of the body in order to defeat the suits. It seems that I have changed. And he would kind of look up like this, and you would see all of a sudden his mouth, there would just be like two, like, basically out of his face, what you thought were just plates that made his face would like pop out and extend into like giant mandibles and would like slice. And then you would see like I would take my right hand and like basically like, not to be totally Hugh Jackman, but there would be like these like claws. They would be like super like serrated would come out, and so I'd like move that, and then finally out of my what would be a tailbone, there would literally be like a tail with a knife on it that can like gesticulate, and then it would go back in.
That's fancy.
So you've gone like.
I would explain it appears that, yeah. The idea of fate seems improbable, but it would seem that I am a little bit more tailored to our purpose.
With you like displaying that, like it would cool down, and she'd look up and goes, "That is interesting. I'll add more to the book. I think I know roughly who Jack is. If you give me a little bit more time, we might be able to track him down first."
Jack was the
halfling.
Yeah, okay.
He was
shit.
smart. That's all I know. Really smart.
Yeah, the ones we really want are the Queen and Jester, right?
Well, we want them all.
Well, yeah, but looks
Royal
like the one that
flush.
killed me and Sunset, and then Jester's the one who.
Ace. Jester technically didn't kill anybody.
Ace
Yeah,
was the
well, he's
Goliath.
the one that started it.
King was the one that was like buddy with us, which particularly smarts. So that brought something to Garth's mind. So that was the barbershop that King told us about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, King told you about the barbershop.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we could check that out to like see if we could find out more about King.
Do you tell Sonnet that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sonic will add that to your log as well to try to like you guys can't see it, but in her head she has a massive conspiracy theory board going. She's trying to like draw all these dots up.
Digital Pepe Sylvia going on. Yeah. Pepe Sylvia.
Guys,
There's no Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah.
And then I go up to HR and I'm like, Carol. There's no Carol in HR. Goddamn town.
Yeah, Sunset is like picturing, like your classic William Wallace, like going from noble to noble. That's what we want to do to the suits.
Oh yeah, no. Garth is completely
with a mace coming to your face.
Alrighty. I'll leave. We got like another 20 minutes before 9. Kylie's looking a little on the sleepy side.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
no, you're fine. How dare you get your wisdom teeth out? No. So, if you want, I will go ahead and end the stream here. And then if you guys want to continue conversing, though,